So thinking through how to engage your leaders is a really important question, I think, for people analytics teams. Um, a lot of teams struggle with this. And in my opinion, there are really two key areas and key ways to keep your leaders interested and invested in people analytics. So the first one is just to focus on your audience and think about everything from their point of view. I actually stole this idea from college debate, but it's very useful in the business world as well. It's really important to make sure that anything that we're presenting is bearing in mind the audience that we're actually speaking to. And then I think the second key takeaway is just to be accountable for anything that you're asking for. So, if we think about presenting to a business leader, trying to get them invested in people analytics or a specific project based on data or insights we have, we definitely want to be concise. We want to be clear, but most importantly, we want to prioritize their needs. Why should they care about what we're presenting? How does it help them solve any business problems that they have? And then again, make sure to be accountable. So we're always asking for something, even if it's just a little bit of their time to listen to whatever data and insights we have. So it's important to make sure that we respect that by letting them know that we have plans for how to make sure that anything we ask of them is going to actually help towards solving that business problem. We're going to track it. We're going to make sure that we know if something is successful or not. So what does this look like in actual practice? Just as an example, let's say that we have data at our organization that shows that top performing salespeople are more likely to leave, and their exit interviews are telling us that at least part of why they're leaving is because they don't feel engaged, they don't feel like they belong to the organization. That's definitely something we want to bring up to our sales leaders. That said, we also probably have ideas and programs that we put in place for increasing engagement, for increasing belonging. These are going to feel like HR programs to a sales leader. So when we're asking a really busy business leader to advocate for just what might feel to them like another HR program because a certain type of attrition went up X% quarter over quarter, that's not going to maybe get a lot of attention from them. I mean, hopefully it will, but it's likely that it won't. So I think instead the key thing to do here is, again, think about your audience and speak their language. Focus on what their needs are. Instead of using some of that HR wording, maybe just let that sales leader know, look, your top sales folks are more likely to leave. They're telling us that they're more likely to leave because they don't feel engaged. They don't feel like they belong. We have ideas to solve that. It may only seem like a few people right now, but if we don't get ahead of this, if we don't solve it now, it's going to be harder for you to reach your quotas next quarter, 2 quarters down the line, because these top people are leaving. And these are your sales folks that are more likely hitting their quotas every single month, every single quarter. So we have this program. We would like you to help us with it. We would like to help increase engagement. And here's our plan for tracking the success or failure of that program. Before I ask any more time from you to do anything else, I'm going to be able to check in and show you progress towards the goal of keeping your top salespeople, progress towards the goal of increasing engagement and increasing your performance before I need anything else from you. So that type of way of talking about things, yes, you're giving them the data and insights, but you're not using as much HR language. You're letting them know that you value their time, and you're letting them know that you understand where they're coming from. A sales leader doesn't care about HR programs. They do care about their teams being successful, hitting their quotas. So we're coming at everything from their perspective, making sure that we're selling to them what they actually need and connecting any people analytics that we do to their business goals. So it seems really simple. I know that it sounded probably a little simplistic when I just gave that example, but I think that it's really, really important anytime we're presenting insights to always think about who we're talking to, always think about how we can track the success or failure and make sure that they know what we're asking of them and why it's really relevant to them. We have a tendency, I think, to sometimes end up in our own worlds with our own teammates and our own language. And it's important whenever you're working with leaders to step outside of that and really show them how people in analytics can make a big impact on the business, because it definitely can.